What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and you're watching our SEC football channel. We continue to give you predictions on each of the SEC teams. Moving on to Arkansas, and we're going to give you our predictions from the main channel, what we think about this team, and then also look at other sources. Look at what our simulation had to say about Arkansas, the FBI, Athlon Sports, and also what the over-under win total from Vegas is for Arkansas. So all of that coming up in this video as we are almost done now. Just a couple more teams to do here in the SEC. Here's the schedule for Arkansas. And the reason I'm optimistic, the reason I think this team can actually get to a bowl game this year is because of this schedule. You look at the non-conference schedule, you got Portland State, Colorado State, San Jose State, and Western Kentucky. Arkansas should be able to win all those games. I mean, let's just be honest here. I know last year they lost to Colorado State. They should be able to win those 4 games. And then you look at the SEC, they get Mississippi State at home, but a chance there to maybe pull off a big win. Missouri is at home, another game that they might could get. They play Missouri pretty tough normally. Ole Miss, it's on the road, but I think that's a winnable game, especially early in the year for an Ole Miss team that's going to be pretty young on offense. So I see wins here. I see wins possibly coming for this team, and enough wins to maybe get them to a bowl game in 2019. That's not probably the most popular pick, and I'll show you what the other picks are for this team, but I think they can do it. And let's start with my predictions. I have Arkansas going. Actually, let's first show you the different sources. Again, our predictions, our simulation, Athlon Sports, the FBI, and the Vegas win total. Again, 6-6 is what I have for this Arkansas team. I think they're able to get to a bowl game. I look at that Mississippi State game, that Missouri game, that Ole Miss game, those 3 games. I think they can get a couple of wins out of those 3 games. I really think this team's going to be much improved this year in Chad Morris's second season. If you want to get more on our predictions, though, just head over to the main channel. There's an Arkansas video where we go much more in depth with this team and really look at that schedule closer. But I think they can get there. I think they can get to a bowl game. It wouldn't surprise me at all to even see them maybe get to 7-5, because I think they're going to make a big jump. They've got talent on defense. They've got a very good offensive-minded head coach, and they've got some options at quarterback this year that are going to, I think, really improve this offense. Our simulation liked Arkansas, had them at 8-4. That was one of probably the biggest surprises out of all the teams that we did, seeing this team get to 8-4. Had them losing to Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Alabama, and LSU, but had them beating Auburn at home. That is a game I talked about in another video. I think that's a game they could potentially pull off a big upset. Had them beating Mississippi State and Missouri at home, and even had them going on the road and beating Kentucky. So, yeah, our simulation really liked them. Had them playing Alabama even pretty tough. I don't think that was an overtime game. It might have been an overtime game, but I know it was real tough. We're moving our simulation videos over here on this channel, so you'll have a chance to see that here, or if you want to go ahead and see it now, you can go over to the main channel. But what does Athlon think about them? They've got them at 5-7, so they do have this team missing out on a bowl game this year, and it's possible. You know, if the offense doesn't come around, it's possible they could miss out on a bowl game. I definitely don't feel great about picking them at 6-6. I do think they'll get there, but yeah, Athlon has them at 5-7, 1-7 in the SEC, finishing actually below Ole Miss. They give Ole Miss a couple of wins in the conference, so that's what Athlon thinks about this Arkansas team. Still, again, they have them at the bottom. Really, if you look at the entire SEC, they have them at the bottom, even below Vanderbilt, because they give Vanderbilt 2 wins this year. So they are not high on this team. The FBI not really high on them either. They've got them at 7-5, finishing, again, missing out on a bowl game. But if you look at each individual game, they're only favored in 4 games. They are underdogs in every SEC game, according to the FBI. They only have a 26% chance of beating Ole Miss, according to the FBI. Only a 22% chance of beating Mississippi State. Just a 25% chance of beating Missouri. So they do not like this team at all. The computers there with the FBI. FPI. People always think that I say FBI. FPI, the Football Power Index. But yeah, 5-7 is what they have. But again, individual games, they would just have them going 4-8. So they are not high on this team at all. And Vegas not high either. They're at 5. They have the win total for this team at 5, which to me seems like maybe you could go over on that. And if they finish 5-7, it's a push. I don't see this team going 4-8. I think Arkansas wins a conference game, at least one this year, and I think they win those non-conference games. So yeah, I feel pretty confident that they're at least going to go 5-7. Now, do I feel real confident on 6-6? Maybe not. But maybe Vegas knows something. Maybe they're trying to trick you. Maybe they think this team will actually go 4-8. And more times than not, they seem to know what they're doing. That's why they make a lot of money. So that's something interesting there as well. But our prediction is a little more optimistic. Getting to a bowl game at 6-6 seems like most people think this team's more likely to go 5-7. I would love to know what you think about Arkansas. Give me your comments down below, your predictions, and what you think their record's going to be. Thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for more here on our SEC Football Channel.